So I see I need to adjust the setting there. Welcome, Wednesday Tech Show, episode 4 of season 2. God, how many episodes of these shows are we gonna do? So I realized something I need to change already. It's a Tech Show, so it's a good thing we're doing it here. I boosted back up to slow processing speed, or slow preset, and I saw it dragging a little bit when it switches over to the movie. I need to take another look at the movie file that I have for that intro. I might need to change some settings or see if I can get it pushed to a WebM or something. Instead, I will look into that before next week at least. Welcome, anyways. Today, we have a lot of stuff to talk about. I mentioned on the Twitter just before we went live that today's going to be a little bit of a shorter show. So the reasoning for that is that I was sitting upstairs talking to my wife, and I sort of realized that I have that big 12-hour stream on Friday for the 5-year anniversary. And you've seen that promo around on Twitter. I think I might have also posted it on the Discord. But either way, I have a lot of stuff to set up for that. I want to get my hardware laid out in certain ways, get it labeled, get some post-it notes so I can take stuff down. I don't want to be rushing on Friday morning trying to get this stuff set. And I know I have tomorrow to do it as well, tomorrow night, and I don't stream tomorrow. But I want to be testing all the things, make sure everything's perfect so I don't got to mess with anything when I wake up on Friday. So I need a little bit of time tonight to sort of get that set before I head to bed, kind of get a jump on it. And I think the best way to do it is to kind of let's just do this show tonight, and we'll kind of skip the games afterwards that sometimes we do, and we'll just sort of end the stream. We'll go raid someone a little early tonight, but we'll still get through our tech talk for today. As I said, Friday is the 12-hour stream that begins at 9 a.m. Eastern and goes until 9 p.m. That show will be fun. We'll be playing a bunch of different games. Might be talking a little tech stuff during the show. We're definitely going to take a look back at some of the years past of streams. I have actually a video that I recorded from one of my first streams ever that's really interesting to see. We can take a look at some of the past years clips and things that are on YouTube, see how the quality has changed over time. We could talk a little bit about the tech setup at each of those breaks, see where we came from, where we're going to is also important. We'll talk a little bit about that, what's coming up for the next year. There's also a ton of giveaways, which is what we've been talking about kind of all week. I'm actually going to post another picture on the Twitter right now, so if you're interested in seeing it, you can run over to the Twitter page real quick. I just took one before I went live, and I want to make sure, let me put this sorted out before Friday. Okay, I just posted it up there, so you feel free to take a look at that. But it's basically, we have cleaning people, and the cleaning ladies or my wife, one of the two, took all the stuff that was on the ground and stacked it up on this big chair that's in my office, basically right behind this green screen, actually. And so that's all the stuff we're giving away on Friday, or at least most of it.
Daddy.
What's up, Batman? How you doing? Hopefully you're staying somewhat warm over there. I know you're in the same type of situation as I am, perhaps a little colder in your neck of the woods. But the picture is over there on the Twitter. You can go check that out. I am not. Yeah, I think it's the real feel or whatever is like negative 20 or something. It's 29 degrees here? Really? It's like 3 here. I know where you're at unless you're visiting someplace else. That's crazy. I figured it'd be cold as hell there. We did just get blasted with 3 inches of snow. Oh, wow. Okay. Damn. We haven't gotten any snow. Just everything literally turned to ice. That was last week. Oh, yeah. So here is like the temperature outside is like 1 or -1, and the real feel is like -30 or something right now. They canceled school for tomorrow like 2 days ago because of the cold. We went out to eat tonight. And the parking lot, I mean, it's just, the entire parking lot is an inch thick sheet of ice. It's crazy. So hopefully I gotta head into work tomorrow, but my children are off with my wife, so we can stay inside and keep warm. Another note about Friday, we're going to be doing the usual giveaway process where I'll put up something, you guys bid tickets, and then you can win all the stuff. And then, of course, I will ship it to you. I'm going to mention this when we start the show on Friday, but it should kind of be clear that the stuff has been used before. It's not necessarily new equipment. However, it does all work. None of the equipment is broken and put back in a box and then given away. It's stuff that I basically upgraded for no good reason. Like I have that big mixer over there that works just perfect. So, I heard from the few people in the bar and other channels. Oh, okay. It's just community, man. I gotta fix this or add all the variations of the community. And why don't I have the bar? You know what? It's the tech show. I'm making it right now. I'm making it right now. It's all right, man. Like, I always forget I run the goddamn show. No, I want to put in a command for the bar because I'm like a founder of the bar. I don't have a specific bar command. That's absurd. And for everyone, the response is that's done. Now there is a bar command. Okay, now we're good. There we go. Okay, so that's on Friday. We're going to go over a little bit of the rules once we start. Friday is going to be a really long stream, and I'm kind of looking forward to it because I might get a chance to play games with people I don't usually play with. Mosh model picks. Those are in your DMs, Juice, and there's no command for those. It's Patreon Tier 8 only. So thank you for subscribing and continuing to be a supporter on Patreon. So we're going to play a lot of different games on Friday. I'll have the consoles hooked up by then, I hope. I have an HDMI audio extractor coming. We're going to talk about that in a minute on the show. But I have the consoles all hooked up. My daughter will be home at least around 3 o'clock. So you may see a little bit of Mario Party played on the stream with her sitting next to me. Actually, we would need space for that. Might have to pull down the green screen and play behind it. It'll definitely be a little bit of Overwatch that day, and I welcome, of course, all viewers to join in the games that day. Since the day is more about, the community and people I know being around for as long as I've been streaming. So we played a bunch of different stuff. I think on my birthday stream last year, we did a little bit of the same, and we even played Fortnite on the stream, so maybe. Wait, what's my tier 69 get me? That's a secret. Handwritten love notes is what you get. Kylie, Mario Kart, and Mario Party. We don't have Mario Kart, but we do have Mario Party. She likes Mario Party. All she ever wants to play is Overwatch and World of Warcraft, and she'll play a little bit of Nier Automata. So I don't think she's not a regular 6-year-old. I don't think. She really loves Nier. So we might get into that stuff. And I have all the consoles, so there might be a couple of different games we could always play. Yeah, she likes Nier because they're ninjas, and there's a ninja girl. So, it's if you know her, it's not that much of a surprise, since she's kind of a maniac about ninjas and dragons and karate and all that kind of stuff. That will be Friday, a 12-hour show, and it will be fun. Also, today is the last charity day for Child's Play Games. So that is the charity that is run for this month of the bar. You'll see our personal thing up there. And I would actually love to I'm going to do this for next month. I'm going to get a scrolling one up there where every couple of minutes that one fades out and shows the total bar one. Because I'm very, very happy and unbelievably proud of the work that we've done this month. I want to bring up the total here just to see where I am. I know where I am. I want to see the total of the bar in general. I think it's like $3,000 now. It's just crazy, just craziness. $3,045. $3,045 this month for Child's Play. That is wildness. That's wild talk. And actually, Let's take a look at this. We have to create some new campaigns. But yeah, everyone's done just a crazy, ridiculous job earning money for this charity. It doesn't necessarily set our bar any higher. We're still going to do the 1,000 targeting bar because the first time you do it each year or each month is going to be probably inflated for the rest. So we'll get a good even ground and we'll adjust our total as we go. But we're super happy to be working with them. It's just crazy. There's only 2 days left in that, today and tomorrow, to contribute to that campaign. And then after on Friday, when we do the anniversary stream, will actually be the opening day for the next charity. It's called 1,000 Dreams. We'll have all the information about that up on the socials in the next day or so, along with the limited edition T-shirt that we've been doing. Will be up there. Another good design. It was actually so I did it in art programs. So I used GIMP and kind of modeled it. But the theme kind of came from an idea that Avila Tixa gave me for this neon bar sign. So, credit to her for putting that out there. And and then Ponies ripped it and put it on the merchandise. So that'll be ready day 1, Friday. And we'll have, of course, all the usual charity information will be ready on the socials, and the commands will be changed for that day. All that kind of stuff. $3,000. Holy shit. That's so crazy. It's just wild talk. Okay. What's next? This is the tech show, so we talk about upgrades today. What am I currently working on? Well, you've seen the promo for the 5-year anniversary is on Twitter right now. It's pinned. That image was made by Lynn, of course. And so that's just a small promotion until Friday. I am also in talks to create a raid video, a raid welcome video done by an actual artist, because me putting something together is going to be awful garbage. So I'm talking to 2 people on Upwork right now. I'm hoping to get them locked down and then get that done hopefully in the next 2 weeks-ish. It's never going to be done by Friday. But I have some ideas on how to make a raid welcome video pop. And kind of on theme, not just because having some crazy meme song or something like that pop up with some weirdo animals or anime something or other. That's not obviously me. So we need something more me. That's more you. I'm not hating on memes. I'm saying that memes aren't. I'm not the number one guy in memes. You're the number one guy in memes, Juice. You should have a meme-related raid video, for sure. And it's just like a trail of memes, but you in each meme somehow. Man, you're welcome for that idea. You can take it and use it. So that's coming. We have, I have tech upgrades, which is what's kind of the point today. One of the upgrades that I made actually this week, I installed an HD 60 Pro Elgato capture card into my stream box this week. So the video will be of you modeling at Micro Center your specialty. Exactly. It will be that. No, I storyboarded an idea that I think is going to be difficult to produce, but I think I can make a bunch of quick clips and then have the video editor, the guy who's going to put it together, or girl, I'm actually talking to a guy and a girl, is splice them together in different ways to make it like a quick cut setup video. It'll be cool. I think I can do most of it on my phone and then send him like a group of clips to splice together. Think about so here's what I was thinking, and you can't steal this idea. So the idea is there's a show called Archer, which everyone has watched. There is a sort of an homage to action movies from the 80s and 90s. If you remember Rambo and like Commando, and even Big Trouble in Little China had a scene like this where, there's some pump up music playing and it's like an action movie and they have guns and swords and stuff. And so what do they do when they get like pumped up, they're ready to go on their mission, and start showing these like quick cuts of like Sylvester Stallone getting ready, like putting grenades on his cross chest belt, clicking in an ammo clip or something, tying his bandana on, maybe putting on the war paint or something like that. But what I wanted to do is do one related to this channel where it would be clips like that, except it would be things like either me turning on lights or turning on the stream box. And I was thinking one would be like tightening my tie, because that's kind of like the theme of the show. One might be pouring a beer, moving the microphone, things like short clips like that, which are kind of funny and but related to the show. But it would be in that sort of style as Rambo getting like ready. So it'd have like that 80s kind of theme music in the background, which we play a lot of copyright-free music on here, which is a little bit like one of you dipping in a bath of Vaseline. Yes, like doing a face regiment. Oh my God, that's perfect. Oh my God, I just got a whole new thing. I always joke that I have this facial beauty regiment that is like American Psycho, the opening scene. Hopefully you've seen American Psycho. If you haven't, please go watch it. But he goes into this really detailed description of a facial regimen that he does every day. But that'd be very funny if that was a part of it. Just like peeling off a mask or something. Oh my God. During that clip of like setting up my computer stuff could also be me doing my hair or something. Oh, okay. We're gonna do that. It's gonna be amazing. Or like Anchorman when he was doing the oh yes, I could do 1,000 crunches now. Huey Lewis in the News is so underrated. Yes, and the end could be like a close up of the business card, just me going, "Oh my God!" Like how he did when the one guy showed him, and it was, what was the color? It was like bone marrow, something like that. I'm pretty sure Paul Allen's was bone marrow. Look at his lettering. It's raised lettering. One of the best scenes. That's really funny. I gotta write these ideas down. Oh my God. Maybe I should make these clips before I lock down the editor, so that say like, hey, I have clips for you. Can you please put them together? That movie makes me both uncomfortable and I laugh every time. Oh my God. I gotta return some videotapes. That show is amazing. The show is so good. The ATM telling him to feed him a cat. One of my favorite parts is the at the end where he is confessing over the phone, and he's like, "I even ate a little bit." Like he tried a little bit. And when his secretary is in there, he's putting on the okay, I'm just gonna recite the whole movie now. That movie is so good. But yeah, so that's gonna be the raid video idea, and I hope it comes out looking great. But it's gonna be very funny. So that's one of the upgrades coming. I also mentioned that I have the Elgato HD 60 Pro in this box now. I installed it 2 nights ago and have been trying to get it complete. It was actually last night I think I installed it, but I've been trying to get it complete and working. And right now I have the console video coming through just fine, and the audio actually comes through to the stream just fine. No delay. Everything's perfect. That's why I wanted to get the PCIe version of the Elgato card to make sure it was slotted and reduce any of that, like, if you get the external one, it's like a base of like 300 milliseconds or 500 milliseconds or something delay. So you can completely eliminate that by having the on-deck one. So that's what I did. So the capture's looking great. The problem is that because my audio setup is so confusing and so complicated, that I need the audio out to come into my mixer on a separate line. I have that line. I have the line out going to there, but here's the problem. And I was talking to Pony Plays about it today, is that you can't capture the video off that HDMI, or the audio off that HDMI in, and send it to someplace other than where it's going. So I can't send it to OBS and out on 2 separate lines. So I need to split it. So I actually bought what's called an HDMI. Let's go this way. Excuse me. So let me show you what I just bought. It's an Amazon HDMI extractor is what it's called. So I think I bought like the first one. and it will be here on Friday. So that's why I'm saying we may be ready to go for Friday. I didn't buy the first one, but I'll check my orders real quick. Here's the one I bought. So this guy will basically put the HDMI in, and you can see an audio out there to run down a separate line while the HDMI out also sends the audio down. So that will run into my mixer and allow that audio to come through here as well as in there. The problem is what I'm going to have to do is mute the audio input as it comes in OBS and just have it come through my mixers, which, as you guys have seen the show before, know that all my audio runs through one mixer and it goes in on one input line to the Stream Deck. Stream Deck is a bad terminology. Stream box. So that'll be on channel 8, and then it's funny because I upgraded to the 12 channel. All 12 channels are full now. I keep thinking, like, why would I need 12? I have 8. Oh, well, now 8's too many. I need to go up. Now we're at 12 and we're full again. So that'll come up. Should be ready by Friday, but this is the box to do it. If you're confused on how to get audio to come into your headphones as well as into OBS, this is how you do it right here, these extractor cards. The PCIe does not have delay. That's correct. If it does, it's very, very small. I don't actually know. I have the box. I just don't want to get up. I'm super lazy about it. It's negligible if it's on board. The USB one does have delay. My Hop Hog capture card, which is an external capture card, had about a 300 millisecond delay. Really caused havoc with adding in all the extra delays on the audio sources and everything like that. It was kind of irritating. Yeah, they work pretty well. I saw a studio setup where they had one that broke out into a Dante network, made life easy. Oh, that's cool. Amazon, Mr. Mosh, your package has froze and will be defrosted 2 days. Sorry for the delay. They might fall down to Spectrum quality at that point. But yeah, so the PCIe looks is real good. Yeah, my 2013 model year of the HD60 had a 3-second delay. Yeah. So yeah, that'll happen, especially if it's a USB external one. The internal ones are real good though. I was gonna buy the 4K one. I know we had talked about it before. I sort of talked myself out of it, realizing that I don't play enough console stuff. I will be very excited to play Last of Us 2, but I'm not going to complain if it's not in 4K. You know, it's fine if it's in 1080. But yeah, so the whole reasoning for getting that capture card was basically to play Last of Us when it comes out. I was excited for Red Dead Redemption 2. I am still excited for it. I have a lot of extra stuff I want to play now, so I'm not dying to get it. The Last of Us 2 will be the top. That's the must-have item. So when that comes out, we will be playing that day one. I'm advising a few people on their PC build, and they play console, so I want to advise them to buy the best. If you want to advise them to buy the best, the HD in that Elgato internal card, I mean, if they have a PCIe slot, it could not have been easier to install. I mean, first of all, it's a PCI slot, so it's just click and you're done. But then it's 2 lines in, and that's it. The shit was captured immediately on OBS. No problem, no delay, worked immediately. I was very, very happy with the ease of setup with that. So I would suggest that for sure. The price point I think is about $160. I want to say it's about $160. I'm looking at my order sheet right now. God, we order so much from Amazon. It's crazy. Oh, I might have bought this from Micro Center. Yeah, it's not going to show on here. It's about $160, I think. Yeah. No, it's super duper easy to install. And we talked a lot about on this show before about how ease of install is important to me. So yeah, I highly suggest it. It's real nice. And especially if you're thinking about streaming, because you're not going to get a capture card if you're not thinking about streaming. There's no reason to. But especially if you're thinking about streaming, especially with people that aren't super comfortable manipulating OBS settings, adding filters and things like that, definitely go for the internal card. It's worth the price just in headache for delay settings. Audio settings can be a real nightmare. especially when you have to match your cam to your game to your console. There's a lot of different delay settings. If it were me, I don't know so much about computers, but I really want to stream consoles, I would definitely go for the internal card if I have space for it. You do have to factor in a little bit of power usage into your setup. I have never promoted being anywhere close to the power limit on your system. If you have one of those estimators, which you can find at Cooler Master, and they say, you know, you're estimating about 600 watts or something for your build, then I just go for the 800 watt power supply. The difference is not that much in terms of cost, and you avoid a lot of headaches. Don't come out to like where it's, oh, my system says I only need 670 at 650 watt. Don't do that. Go over a little bit. HD60 heats up a lot. That I can't really comment on. I haven't put it to any extended use, so I'm not totally sure. 200 over is good in case of spikes. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I think right now I have 1,000 watt in my gaming PC, and that's really overkill because my gaming PC really only takes. I think it's 727 without the PCIe, without the new Elgato card. That probably runs an extra 50. I don't remember what it is. So I'm probably like at 750, 760, and I'm running 1,000. So that's about that good ratio. So this install is coming. We'll be playing console games after that. That'll be exciting. Just opens up a different world of games that are possible. I know a lot of the exclusives on consoles are now coming to like Microsoft Windows. I forget what they call it. It's like Windows games or something. You can buy some of the games on that. But yeah, console exclusives can be an annoyance. So being able to stream some good stuff like The Last of Us is really important. Okay, so that's check this out. Let me see if I got the video. I meant to do this beforehand, but I completely forgot. I want to show you guys something. I'm sorry if you hear a double sound for a minute. I'm trying to check a yeah. Okay. So, one of the other things I bought was an Elgato Cam Link. Now, I've been talking about this upgrade for a long time, saying that I wanted to move to a DSLR feed instead of the Brio. I like the Brio fine, but I want a higher quality because I want the option to drop this guy down and have it open to the background and do some interesting things with lights in the background. That's just something I've been working on because I can also bring in a big whiteboard then, which you've heard me talk about that, a clear whiteboard that could kind of hang down and do different things. So that's in the works, but the first step is obviously to get the camera. Now, I have a Canon EOS 70D. It's a type of camera. It's a DSLR, 14 megapixels, I think. It is not suggested for live feed, number one, because it has an automatic self-timer on videos. So you can't just set it up, click it, and let it run the whole time and have it be on external power. That camera does not do that. It also doesn't have what they call a clean HDMI out, which adds in some extra garbage to the video. It all sort of depixelizes it a little bit, or pixelizes it a little bit. But it also it's not mirrorless, which is another big thing for streaming with a DSLR camera. Now, I took a test the other day. It was on Sunday, I believe. I was doing a test with what it would look like, basically, if I put my Canon onto the Cam Link. The test was basically, does the Cam Link work? I want to just be sure of that. So I plugged it into my computer, plugged in HDMI to mini HDMI, so that mini HDMI plugged into the camera, and the other HDMI plugged into the Cam Link, and to see how easy it was to set up. To my great pleasure, it was very simple. It was as simple as the Elgato capture card. It was drop down video capture device. Click on that. Click on the Cam Link. Done. That's it. Took 2 seconds. Very, very nice for setup. But I took a video. And I want to show you a little bit of the quality difference here. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this is probably to capture the desktop. Let me add one. Okay. There you go. This is going to look a little crazy for a moment. But I will tune this up. Oh. Okay, now we can see it a little bit. I should be in front now. Perfect. Okay, so this is interesting. These are two cameras. One of them is the DSLR I have, the Canon 70D, and as I said, that's not an option in terms of streaming from it because it's not mirrorless. It'll basically destroy the camera if you let it run for too long. Also, it can't run for too long because it has a set time limit of 30 seconds of video recorded before it shuts off. So 2 reasons you can't do it. Also, it does not come with a clean HDMI out, which if you're looking for a DSLR camera to stream on your stream, clean HDMI out is the keyword phrase you need to look for in a camera. So if we come over here and take a look, the top left box is the DSLR camera. The bottom right box is the Brio that you're watching me on right now. Let's take a look at some of this. You can see the pixelation issue when I play it. They're both at about the same angle. They're almost right next to each other. I was trying to see what the lighting would do to the camera. You can see the sort of the flushness of the white level. That's me in glasses, by the way. But I thought it was pretty interesting. The difference. You could see the delay a little bit, the lag on the video from the DSLR camera while it's processing. I thought that was very interesting, and that's part of that is related to the type of camera I have, really not being able to do that. Now, I have been looking at cameras in the last few days. I thought I was set on the Sony A6000. Now I'm sort of thinking a little bit about that Rebel T7 they have out now, the T7i. They have I was also suggested to me that you can look for a straight camcorder for it, but the camcorder also provides the issue that if you want to buy a DSLR to stream with, but also if you go on vacation or something, you want to take it with you on the road, then you just have a camcorder. You don't really have a point and click camera that can also do video. So now what I'm looking for is a mirrorless DSLR camera at 25 megapixels at least, clean HDMI out, and it has to have obviously an external battery pack where I can plug it into a wall because it's going to be running all the time. But yeah, so the idea is that once I have that, the top left box will be very, very clean in terms of quality. But and let me just play this again. This should repeat itself quite a bit. Yeah. So you can see also the background gives you an idea what the background for the new camera may look like. You can see that's the back behind the green screen. That's the back of this office. You guys have seen that before when you've seen the tour of my studio here. But that's the whole other side of the office that I'm not in currently. That big chair behind us, I took a picture of it and put it on Twitter earlier. And that TV where it is over there with that sound bar is where we play our consoles currently. That'll be patched into the stream as well. One of the things is The reason why it took me a little while to get the capture card for the consoles in is that I don't want to move the consoles. I want them there so my children and my family can play over there. But I want them to be patched into the stream so that when they're asleep or when I'm live, I can bring those in as well. So what I did was add an HDMI splitter over there on that shelf that's just below the TV. And so that'll split the audio and the video out so I can go to either the TV or to here. The other problem is you can see, I don't know if you can see the depth or where exactly that's at on the camera, but that's about a little more than 25 feet away in terms of cord length. So I just had to reorder an HDMI cord that was 50 feet, which is the max for HDMI. But you can see the Logitech Brio provides a pretty decent quality. It's supposedly a 4K camera. I have it set up to 2K on this screen. So you see the bottom right is 2K, and the top left is the 70D DSLR. You can see it's weird to watch my hand because you can see how pixelated and cut up it gets. By the way, when I take my glasses off, I can't see anything. Like nothing. I was just working on that Sunday night. So it's pretty interesting, the difference in quality on that. The Logitech Brio is very good. It requires a little bit of settings tweak to get it to look right. You have to turn off autofocus and white balance and all that stuff, which is why I look a little flushed on this camera because I'm a little washed out. I haven't adjusted the settings after I reset it. But the new DSLR will have all these kind of options. I'll be bringing in another light for that. That'll be sort of a string setup right here in front of me on these monitors to give a little white here instead of just on here where it casts a shadow into the middle of my face, but that's okay. So the Cam Link is purchased. The next step is to grab the DSLR, which I really want because we're going to go on vacation later this year, and I want a little bit of an increase in terms of quality. I mean, 14 megapixels to 25 is probably pretty huge. I don't know enough about photography to say exactly, but I'm sure the camera we have now is fine, but I don't want fine if we're going to the Star Wars hotel. You know what I'm saying? So that's the Cam Link. That's the other new thing that's happening. There's going to be let me think of what else we got. I was thinking about one other thing and I forgot. Oh, the security cameras are going to go back. Right now they're down, so I've been using the non-security view intros. Those will be back, as well as the creator wall. I took down the two cameras on the side when I was doing the rack build, and I just haven't had time to put them back up, is the reason. So those are going to go back up, especially as soon as I get the DSLR. Oh, the other good thing about the DSLR will be that if I can find someone to make my my face cam, my face rig, the one that we've been talking about for a while, the Sith Lord, if I can find someone to make that for less than $2,000, this camera that you're looking at right now will be used for the face tracking while the DSLR is used for the real time. So I'll be using both sort of side by side for that. That'll be interesting. But that's another thing that's kind of far in the future. That's just a goal down the road. Yeah, that's it. So, new topics for today. That's the upgrade stuff. I wanted to talk a little bit about laptops today. You remember in the last show we talked a lot about PC builds. We did a build for less than $1,000, which beat the shit out of the Origin builds, and we did so using PC Part Picker, where you could see the stuff coming from Amazon and Micro Center, which is, oh, by the way, it's kind of related to this show. I posted in the Discord recently a response that I got from Micro Center when I contacted them about a possible partnership, possible working marketing relationship, live in-store broadcasts, things like that to promote the equipment they have at the store, bring people in, things like that. I sent an email to the Twitter account. Twitter account responded, "You're gonna have to talk to these people. Send an email here." So I sent them a long email about the things that I had thought of. So we talk a lot about the show about not necessarily how to grow your stream, but how to be professional and have professional contacts, expand the business of your brand, that kind of stuff. One of the things we've talked about is contacting vendors and commercial entities and things like that, game developers, publishers. The thing I've always said every time on the show is be professional. Carry yourself in a professional way. It will help. You don't want to come in there to one of these emails talking in internet language or memeing the whole time. You're just not going to get to where you want to be. You're not going to get what you want because they'll see that as an immature first impression. It's not could damage the brand, all this kind of stuff. So I sent over an email basically saying, hey, this is who I am. Here's my Twitter and here's my Twitch account. Feel free to check it out. But I was told to send an email to this email to inquire about how someone would enter into some kind of partnership or marketing relationship with Micro Center. And so I told them briefly about the show, how long I've been streaming, what we do, the different communities that we're a part of. And then I said, I have a show that is a tech show. And I had some ideas about how to bring Micro Center into that tech show. And I detailed how I have the scrolling advertisement piece that you can see once in a while over here on the right, kind of where my thumb is. Is that actually still running? I haven't seen that in a while. I'm gonna keep an eye on it, but it looked like it might have been off. I'll keep an eye. Let me know if you see the little ad pop up over here on the right and I miss it or something. I'm gonna keep an eye out for it though. So I told them about how I include some sponsorship type of ads on the show. I told them about how panels work and how social media can work in terms of promoting the brand. And I told them basically that I had this idea for a segment. And you guys know that I kind of generally like the Dr. Disrespect. And so I was thinking about a segment where, my name on Twitter is Mosh Center right now. But the idea is that my closet has like a lot of tech in it. So I was thinking about somehow trying to bring in an overlay segment where we go shopping at the Mosh Center, which is the tech closet that I have. And we have the big background banner of Micro Center. And we maybe do a segment where there's like aisles of stuff that you pick stuff out of. I thought of an idea about how to green screen some tiered tables and then grab items off what looks like the shelf. I think I could line up the angle right of a side camera that I have. And we could do a little advertisement like that. I thought would be kind of funny. Especially if I go to pick up a new piece at Micro Center and bring it back and like put it on the shelf and then do a segment where it's like, oh, I bought this, So I was thinking we might bring something like that. And so I was detailing this idea to them, as well as the idea of having an in-store segment where it would be, a longer stream, 8 hours, 6 hour, 8 hour type of stream once a month, maybe, where we broadcast live from Micro Center. And the shtick would be that we're doing a regular broadcast talking about tech stuff. We could talk about new stuff they have coming into the store with their clerks, if that's even something they'd want to do. But also, you could basically say, anyone that's coming up going, hey, what is this? What's this deal? Oh, this is streaming on Twitch. And everything you see right here, all this equipment that I'm using to stream with, is purchasable in the store. And there's there's clerks and things on the side that could show you where this equipment is. So it might be good for, parents or something that they're shopping and they know that their child is interested in streaming or starting it. Or maybe just someone in there thinking about it. Maybe they could see the actual gear that's involved. See what kind of technology, what you do to run the show, and then be like, yeah, that looks good. I want this, 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 and this. And then the clerks could take them to go pick it off the shelf and things. So that might help with promoting their brand, promoting like a live usage of it. Because you can go to Micro Center and see all the different pieces of RAM, all the different water coolers and motherboards and CPUs, and it's just like dreamland. But when it comes to putting it into practice, a lot of people don't know about that stuff. Most people that shop at Micro Center probably do, or at least have some relative idea of it. But even when I'm in there, People will just be shopping for an upgraded graphics card and not really understand the difference of qualities. It'd be kind of interesting to see something like that, I think. Talk about some of that stuff live while we're there, and then have, pointers to where to go to buy this stuff. A little concerned I haven't seen that sponsored banner up yet. Give me 1 sec. Huh. There it goes. I knew something was up. I'm watching it for just a second. Let's see if that's gonna fade. That should fade. Also, that should be a little bit higher. I'll leave this up there for a second. I think I might have done something wrong with the cached image of this ad. I may have to alter it. Alter the code. I forget how long I had it on delay, but I will check it out after the show. If not, and I'm going to close that down if it's still there when I'm done speaking, because that should only be like every 10 minutes. That's another idea I gave them for coming into a partnership with this channel and Micro Center, kind of teaming up. And another one could obviously be traveling to different shows and conferences and things. I could pass out information about that brand or that store, because they ship to places where you can't go into the store, and kind of just promote the quality that they have there and the quality customer service. Or do a live video from there, like a walking around the aisles live video is another idea. Check out the different departments, see what kind of stuff is where. That'd be cool. Anyways, so they basically I sent up this email proposing these ideas. I went through 3 different levels of people, and the 4th person sent me an email back saying, "Hey, we got your email. Everything looks really cool. I'm gonna hand it off to our marketing team and our promotions team, see what they think, see if there's a way to do some business here." So, it helps to be persistent. It helps to be professional and polite. Maybe the 3 P's: persistent, professional, and polite. So we'll see. Obviously, I'll have information on that the second that it's available. Obviously, I'll be popping bottles on the stream when or if Micro Center comes back with a. This doesn't look like it's rotating, so I'm gonna cut it off, but I'll fix that later. If and when Micro Center come back and say, "Yep, sounds good. Let's give it the green light," there will be champagne toasts that night on the show for sure, and my name will permanently be Mosh Center. Okay, so that's an important thing coming up. We have that other sort of side piece for an MLG hosting event still coming. I need to figure out some more details about it, and I will let you know. You guys will be the first for sure. We wanted to look at gaming laptops today. Last week, we talked about builds. We talked about PC custom builds. We looked at what Alienware offers. We looked at what Origin offers. We looked at their pricings and the tech behind it, what it was included in each box, and how much roughly it would cost. What I want to do today, and also because I got a question about it this morning, about what's the best gaming laptop, what's the best bang for the buck, what I don't want to get ripped off on a gaming laptop, help me. You guys know, and I've talked about several times, that I really like the Asus ROG products in terms of laptops. So I figured we'd get started. Let's just get into it, see what kind of tech we got out there. We're going to go right to Asus ROG, the website. Let's go to laptops. And actually, if you visit the wish list, you'll notice that the Zephyrus S is on the wish list. This is the laptop that I've been looking at to upgrade from my Asus ROG G751 is the machine that I have currently. And it's still great. It has an M980 in it in terms of graphics. It's really, really nice. It's a little bit thick. It's a little bit big. But it's not bad. You can see the Zephyrus is like way smaller. So when you think about laptops in the gaming arena, you think of Asus ROG is the one that comes to my mind. You also think of Alienware. We got to be legit about that. Alienware does make laptops. So let's go look at just laptop brands. And then you also have things like the Dell Inspirions and the Dell XPS. Let's go to that side. Dell Gaming Laptops. We'll go look at them. We're going to do all these side by side. Oh, God, their website is so bad. And then we have, what else? Who else makes a gaming laptop? Bugsy, what's up, buddy? How you doing? And then you also have Lenovo. They were at TwitchCon, actually, having a new product. I forget the name of it, but it was Lenovo something. I forget the name. What's it called? Yoga TX? I thought it was Legion or something like that. Lenovo Legion. Gaming laptops, let me see. I mean, I thought. That's just what comes on the top of my head is Legion. Oh, it is. Okay, nice. Okay. So take a look at this stuff, too. Razer is another one that I believe exists in the gaming laptop arena. We're going to take a look at that as well. Nothing much, just chilling. That sounds good. Yeah, we're having a little bit of a short show today because I got to get some stuff ready before Friday. Let's take a look at all these. We're gonna make spreadsheets today because I realized I was doing it on paper last time, and maybe some people were interested in seeing the aftermath of what I had jotted down in terms of pricing. So today we're going to Google Sheets, and I will share the sheet when we're done with the show today. Friday, baby. Giveaways, anniversary stream. It's gonna be fun. Let me switch to the Mosh account here. I got so many accounts. Okay, let's make a blank sheet. And this gonna be gaming laptops. Okay. I'm gonna make some quick stuff for it. Let's go with name. We're gonna go with yeah, I'll just go with name. Actually, let's go with manufacturer. What's that called? Yeah, manufacturer. And then this will be the brand or style, maybe type/style. This will be screen size. This will be graphics. Power. No, what else is important? Graphics, power, processor, RAM. What else? USB situation. It could be USB-C, C, A, etc. That's important. HDMI/DP out. What else is important in a laptop? Battery life. Very important. Weight. And height, I guess you'd say. Thinness, thickness. I'm going to say weight, thick. That's what I'm going to say. And then price. Actually, we're going to put price like at the beginning because that's probably one of the most important things. Let's put that back right here. Insert one on the left. We'll say price. And then maybe that's it. And then we'll give a little link. Actually, we'll just add the hyperlink here when it goes to when it comes to type. So let's get this set. We're going to bold this up. Is that how you do that? Yeah, there we go. And then we'll just make what do I want to do here? Let's do this one. We will add a little bit of a border because I like my spreadsheets to be somewhat organized. Oh, that's not what I want. This is what I want. There we go. Okay. So the first one, let's do... I'm going to type this in on the side. I will make this spreadsheet available into the chat as we're moving forward. Actually, let me share that and say get shareable link. Anyone with this link can view. Copy the link. And this is what we'll be working on today. I should take you right there if you're interested in following along and watching the data get entered. I will also post that into the Discord afterwards if you're interested in seeing some kind of comparison across the board as we go. So let's start with the. Let's actually not start with Asus because they're my favorite. I don't want to be biased. Let's start with Alienware. It's funny that the Alienware here is promoting Darksiders 3. I wonder if you get a copy with the box, because at TwitchCon, at the Alienware booth, they had Darksiders 3 playable version there. That's the only place I saw it. We are comparing laptops, but they have to be gaming laptops. Not only am I maybe in the market for a new one, although I don't travel as much anymore, but I would like a new one. But I had a friend today that sent me a message asking for advice on gaming laptops. I thought it might be interesting to take another look. I haven't really looked around at the new stuff, the new price comparisons yet. Okay, and some of these may be customizable, so we'll see. Yeah, I guess you can build yours, huh? Asus is pretty good. That's the brand that I really like. So let's see, we got Alienware 15, 17. Those are different size of screens. And then we got the M's. What the hell does M mean? Take your game further with the new Alienware M15 and M17 featuring the 8th gen Intel Core i9 processors, GeForce RTX graphics, and exceptional battery life. No, yeah, there's nothing running on battery with those guys. Thanks for the alert, buddy. Yeah, exactly. Like the good thing is that I can actually take my Asus ROG G751. It will run playing games, nothing crazy, but it'll play games for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours without the battery pack on. Obviously, you want these guys plugged in most of the time because you're going to get performance hits as the battery drains. That's just what's going to happen on laptops. So with a damn 2080 in it, yeah, I think they do as well. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to say let's go 17-inch unless we're forced into 15-inch. 17-inch laptop is kind of, that seems standard to me. That seems like where you need to be. We're going to go with the new Alienware Area 51M. That's the laptop we're looking at right now. 2500 is going to be super expensive. This is that top quality guy. So I'm going to type it in the spreadsheet. Let's start with Alienware. And this is going to be the Area 51. And I know I am starting top quality. I'll go down to the M17 after this. To the Area 51M. This is starting at $2549. Let's view all configurations. Okay, Area 51, and these are going up if we go to the side. Okay, so an i7 8700, i7 8700, i7 9799K. God damn. Now, I'm going to tell you right now. Please don't buy a laptop for $4,000. Okay? We're talking about a gaming laptop for $4,000. Please reconsider what you're doing. Go get yourself a desktop. Figure out how to plug that in someplace in your small studio if that's why you're thinking of a laptop. Think of a laptop. Get a good price. Laptops are going to be inflated as it is because it's portable to steal. Yeah, right. It's either that or, a couple months of mortgage payments or something like that. Excuse me. So I'm not going to look at the $4,000 computer. That's a little crazy. But let's say we want to have the computer for both gaming and streaming on the same box. Since this is on Twitch, and we're talking about, we're all streamers, or most of us have thought about streaming or watch other people that stream. We're talking about maybe being able to have a laptop that does both. Maybe. We'll see. In this case, since they're only Intels, it might not be possible. It's like 1/10 of my mortgage. 1/10, huh? What do you live in, Shaq's house? Doesn't he have a 60,000 square foot place in Miami or something? Let's go with this guy down here. An i7 8700 is pretty freaking powerful. So let's say the price point. Why did I just delete that? We're going to say screen size is 17 inches. Graphics card on this guy. What do we got? 2770. Overclock ready. So we'll say the 2770 here. Processor, we have an i7 8700K, I believe, right? Nope, just 8700. That's not the only thing that's 17 inches. Hey-o. Also, 17 inches would be there'd be a lot of problems with that from many different sources. Many different points of view. There'd be a lot of problems with that. hair is super long these days. Is it 17 inches? Actually, that's believable. 16 gigs in 2 sticks of DDR4 2400 megahertz. I'm not sure about that. So we're going to put down here on the sheet 16 gigs at 2400. Doesn't really matter to me stick amounts, but 2400 megahertz is not blazing fast. That might be standard for laptops. I haven't really looked too much, but the RAM I have in my gaming PC right now is 3400 speed. It's pretty freaking fast. Windows 10 is irrelevant to this build. Can we go to customize? Let's see what we can do with this guy. Alienware recommended includes a free digital download of Black Ops 4, guys. Whew. If you want to pay that extra, $100 for 9700. Not a bad deal. Might have to come back to that. Windows 10 Pro. Oh no, Home. I'm sorry. You pay extra for the Pro. 2078 gigabytes. Pay $450 more for the 2080. That's a lot of money for that. We can go up to 32 gigs if we want here at 2400. I don't know why they're not changing the clock speed on these guys. It might be a motherboard issue on the laptop themselves. 200 more for 32 gigs. That's actually a pretty good deal. Is it? Because it's like 150 for 16 gigs. Maybe it's not. That's a little bit inflated. And I'm not sure what type of RAM they're giving you, which is one of the things I don't like about Alienware. We saw this with their desktop, actually, is they don't give you a choice in the type of RAM. Other vendors we saw, like Origin, allowed you to choose between like HyperX and the Corsair Vengeance RAM sticks. I don't know why they don't let you choose it here. The answer is because they're going to give you the cheapest one. They're going to give you whatever has its 32 gigs, even though it might not be the best quality. That's just what they're going to do. They're trying to make money. I'm not faulting them for that, by the way. It's a business. Businesses have to have profits. That's how shit works. But it's annoying they don't give you that choice. This one comes with a... Oh, yeah. Why didn't I put down hard drives here? Dirt. Let's put down HDD or SDD. This one has a 256 gig SSD. I was going to put down the... actually, let me do this backwards. SDD and HDD. This would be 256 gigabytes and a 1 terabyte HDD, which is pretty good. For a laptop, that's fine. You know, how many games are you trying to load on a laptop? Okay. A laptop is something you play in the interim. If you're using it as your main system, that's all you have. You're trying to load every single game on it. That's still a lot of space. It's still a lot. Get an external if you need to put movies or something on it. Like, it's a ton of space. 256 SSD. The only thing that should go on the SSD is Windows and a couple of games. If you're a developer, you want to put Visual Studio or something like that on it, clips on it. There's some other programs if you're a video editor and things, but then you're talking about probably getting a different laptop to do that kind of stuff. We didn't put in a Mac. We're going to see if there's a gaming laptop for Macs as well, by the way. There's some other cool options here. You can get two. You can get 2 SSDs. RAID 0 drives. You can get the big one. Oh, this just comes as 2 M2 drives. Nice. M2 is sexy. They are lightning fast. We may actually upgrade to this, the M2 style. For $100, you can get 2 M2 SSDs and the 1 terabyte for 100 extra bucks. That's pretty awesome. Let me select that option. That's actually really worth it. It's a really good price one, actually. So this is $512 for 2. I'll put in parentheses here, 2. And then you get the terabyte. Very nice for $100. Worth it. Now, what is this display? Lunar Light, Dark Side of the Moon? What the? Anti-glare IPS display. 60 hertz. If you're taking it for gaming, a lot of people are going to want that 144. I think, should we just say standard has to be 144 for the laptop? If we're talking about gaming and streaming, 144 probably. Like, there has to be a line where we go, no, okay, we're trying to have a good gaming laptop. We got to have at least this and at least that and at least this. I'm thinking that maybe the 144 should be standard. I really don't understand the difference between Lunar and Dark side of the moon. I don't. Is that the brightness? The screen resolution? It says nothing about the two weirdo proprietary naming schemes they use for this. Really? Okay. Awesome. Can I get more info here? No, I don't want info on a wireless card. So I guess I don't know. It doesn't. There's no difference in information between the dark side and the light side. Let's say that we go standard for the 144 though. Okay, across the board, across all the options we look at. So let's go with the lunar light. Oh, it's white. Okay, go with the dark side is black. We'll go with the black. Okay. So let's go to screen size. We're gonna say we'll just call this monitor instead of screen size. We'll say 17 inches at 144. Okay. We'll make that the standard. You like the white? Oh, okay. Oh, you like light mode? Let me show you my Twitter. I don't think there's anything we want to include necessarily into accessories. Everyone has their own mouse preferences, external monitors. Obviously, that's on the side. That's for you to deal with. But when you're on the road, 144 is probably what you want as a standard. So we're going to keep that. So with what we have in here now, graphics, processor, RAM, SSD, it says nothing about USBs or anything like that. You go to product details. You don't want to tell me anything about the amount of ports on this bad boy? Game enhancing features. This multi-use port. Oh, so it has one Thunderbolt. No, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Ports and slots. One super speed USB 3.0 Type A. HDMI out. Of course. No display port out. Oh, mini display port out. What is a mini display port out, actually? Do I not know what that looks like? Does anyone know what that looks like? What is a mini display port out? Oh, okay. I guess Is it standard, like usually on Macs? I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Okay, well, learn something new every day. Alright, so this is going to have two Type A's. I see the two Type A's. We got what's over here, 7 and 8 is Thunderbolt 3 and another Type A. So 3 Type A's and 1 Type C. And on the back we have HDMI, mini display, Ethernet, graphics amplifier port. I don't know what the hell that is. Dual power inputs. Why? I don't understand that. Okay. So you can retest this the second headphone slot into a. You can retest the mic slot into a second headphone slot. That's kind of interesting. Okay. So this is going to come with 3 Type A's. So 1C, 3A, and it also comes with a HDMI and mini DP. Battery life. What do we got for battery life? Does it say something here about that? Do we really care? Do we really care? Here, every battle cry, exceptional battery life. Up to a 90-watt battery delivers uninterrupted gameplay. Thank you for that specific information. Cryotech cooling. One of the things I'll say about Alienware, everyone that I know that's bought an Alienware laptop says the same thing. They heat up like a mother. Get one of those cooling pads. Sit it on your lap. Don't burn your freaking skin off. First of all, I don't know who's playing on their lap when it comes to gaming, but everyone always says, like, oh, I know someone that burned their legs doing that. Oh, God, why would you put it on your legs? What the hell just happened to my music? Spotify just died on me. Weird. The abductions get annoying? Yeah, sometimes. Depends on what they're doing. take you out for sandwiches or something. It's not that. This is nothing about battery life. I'm assuming nothing. So let's add some information over here for battery life. I'm just going to put in quotations, exceptional. Weight, I think I did see that down here actually. Weight is 10 pounds, 9.7 pounds. Should I talk about thickness? Thickness, peak, 1.7 inches. So almost 10 pounds, 1.7 inches thick. That's where we are on our first one, and we got a price point of what with our configurations? $32.49. That's a little bit expensive. $32.49.99. Of course, that's not a good price. I'm thinking we could do better. Okay, that one I expected to be. Let's go down a little cheaper version. Let's go to maybe this Alienware 17. Let's see what this says. View all configurations of the base. Let's try and get something relatively cheap. Still with a 17-inch monitor. We got what RAM last time? We got 16 gigs at 2400. Okay. Now that was with a 2070. 2070, you're gonna find probably a little bit better. You know, same quality, definitely relatively the same quality. If you go with a 1080 for sure, 1080 overclock, you can get a good, reasonable deal out of the 1072. 1070 can do streaming just fine. Let's see if we can configure an Alienware 17 with a 1070 and see what happens, price wise. You get Call of Duty again for free. Black Ops free. Free 50. So this one's going to come with an i7 8750. Have you heard of that? So this is a Alienware. This is a Alienware 17. Area. No, just 17. And we don't have price yet, but let's go with monitor. We can skip down to that one in a moment. Graphics, we got a 10, so we could add 400 for the 1080. Let's stick with the 1070 for now. Processor. Oh, I wanted to have that link. Oh, I guess I can't have a link because I customized it. There is no link. Okay. Processor, we have an i7 8750. Okay. Alright. For RAM, what do we got? We have no choice on RAM either. There we go. 16 gigs. Oh, look, we can go up speed now. 2666. For the same price. Yeah, I'll take the faster RAM speed. I understand the question there. This will be a 2666 speed. Hertz. Okay. And then we'll go to hard drives. I like that M2 deal we had last time. So this one's a 256 M2. M2. And then we add on the 1 terabyte HDD. Okay. USBs. Let's go back to monitor real quick because I think that's right up here. 17 inches, 60 hertz. We can go to 120. We said we were going to try to get a little bit above 60 for standard. So let's go up to, let's see what the silver looks like, huh? What's the silver look like? Oh, I kind of like that. Let's go with the silver this time. 17 inches, 120 hertz, G-Sync. 17 at 120 hertz. Okay. Not bad. Let's see what kind of setup they got in terms of USBs. Product details. Oh. Okay, it looks like the same shit on the back. That's a mini DP HDMI. Let's go with one. So they got one Type A, Ethernet card, mini DP, HDMI, Thunderbolt 3 on the back. Okay. So we have C. is Thunderbolt 3. So 2 Type C's, 2 Type A's. 2 Type C's, 2 Type A's. Okay. This one also has HDMI and the mini DP. And the battery life, I'm going to take out battery life. I don't think it's going to, you're not going to have any kind of relative information here. I'm going to remove this column. And let's see the weight and thickness. Weight, 9.7. Wow, okay. 9.7 pounds. At height of the weight, or the max height, 1.18 inches. Significantly slimmer. More of a Type B than a Type A, but I have Type A tendencies. I see what you did. I see what you did. Let me see. What are we missing? We're missing price. Let's go take a look. Take a little look. 2109. Now that is a significant price difference. We're talking about $1,100 saved, and all you're losing, if I can see properly here, all you're losing is you're going from a 2770 to a 1070. Now let's take a look at what that means. Let's go to our best friend Passmark.com. Let's go to hardware. Let's go to benchmarks, video card benchmarks. Let's just go straight to high end. Let's go. Show me the 2770. We got there. That's the GTX. The RTX 2770 comes in at a 14,378 benchmark rating. 2770. And now let's go look at the 1070. That's not a TI, it's basic. So that's 11,293 for the 1070. So you're talking about a change difference of about 300 Passmark rating, which is about, what, a quarter? A 20% increase. 20% increase for $1,000. That's a third of the price. 20% increase in graphics for 1/3 extra the price. I mean, just off the top of my head, that doesn't seem so worth it. You can upgrade for $400 to the 1080 and get really comparable stuff. Now we're talking about the RTX 2070 right here. The 1080 is right here, a little bit closer. Now you're talking about 2,000 away on the Passmark rating. It's an interesting comparison. Should I add in Passmark here? Yes. Passmark. I'm going to put in GPU here. And we might do another column for Passmark CPU. Okay. So the Passmark rating for this CPU, or this GPU, is 14,378. And the Passmark rating for the 1070 is 11,293. My music die again? Passmark rating for the CPU. Let's go take a look at that real fast. Oh, I think it's the same, actually. Maybe not. Take a quick break in just a minute to go grab another beer. But I wanted to, let's do this real quick. You follow along in the spreadsheet that I linked earlier if you're interested in seeing this data as it goes in, but I will make it available as soon as I'm wrapped up here. Let's go to the high-end CPU charts, and let's look for the i7-87. Oh, oops, I'm sorry. What's up? Oh, I put IT. i7-8700 is the processor that we have here, not the K. Intel Core i7-8700, 15140. And the this is a laptop one. This might be bookmarked separately. 87. Did IT again? i7-8700. Oh no, I'm sorry. 8750. Is there any more than just that H? Looks like that's it. Yeah, just one. Okay. Oh, I lost it. Where are you? Where are you, friend? Okay. This is at a 12,458. So a little bit of a difference here in that CPU strength. Is it worth $1,000 to have that extra 20%? And then it looks like roughly an extra 20% as well in the CPU category. Talk about an extra 20 There's a crack in my goddamn green screen. Better warn me next time. So now we're looking at a 20% across the board increase, probably in GPU and CPU, and we're talking about $1,000 more. So if we take a look at our calculator, and I said roughly a 30%, but let me see what 60% more. Is that right? 65%. So the second one is 65% of the cost of the first one. Yeah, that's about right. So it's about a 33% increase in price for a 20% increase in CPU and GPU. Think about that. Okay. I wonder if I should do a delta column here. We can do that. So 20% increase in price, 30% increase, or 30% increase in price, 20% increase in power. Okay. Let me get this bounded in here because it really bothers me that it's not. Okay, perfect. So we've looked at two. We've seen a good price comparison there. Let me break real quick. Go grab a drink. I'll be right back. We'll continue. We're going to move on from the Alienware laptops, and we're going to go to, let's go to the Dells, and we'll check those guys out. I'll be right back. Don't worry. All right. Let's get back to it. So we just took a look at the Alienware. I'm going to post the link again for the spreadsheet. You're welcome to check it out on your own. It will be, again, made available on the Discord after the show. Okay, now we're looking at Dells. I've heard that Dell XPS is the XPS system used to be the gaming system, but now I'm seeing that the what's this G15? This must be new. Yeah, you can see the game. I think the XPS is meant to be their gaming system, but I forgot that Dell owns Alienware, so maybe that's in competition. Yeah, you can see the Alienware products are available right here. What if I go? Can I sort by gaming or something? Their website has been, if you've never shopped at Dell before, this website has been this style for like years. It's just been bad. I don't know why they don't have someone come in and redo the site. Maybe it's because they're such a big company that 10% off on gaming XPS deals right now. Also, one thing I want to caution as Mosh is talking to you as the dad, please don't go in for these financing things. If you can get a deal where the financing is interest free for 12 months and you know you can pay it off by then please, that's a good deal. But please, God, don't go in here with, oh, I can't really afford $4,000, but I can afford $70 a month. That's how you get yourself trapped, because you forget about interest and things build up. Just be able to either pay it off right away or go in for that interest-free deal for 6 months or 12 months or whatever it is, and pay off the minimum amount or whatever, and then right before the interest starts, you pay off the whole rest of the thing. Don't get trapped. That's what credit cards do. Let's take a look at the Dell specific one, because I don't want to. Let's take a look at the X13 though. Is that just the only one? Yeah. The XPS system is supposed to be the gaming system. XPS 15. Got an XPS 17, maybe. XPS 27 touch. Ew. Oh my God, a touch screen. Ugh. Ew. What the hell is that? I think it wants you to put it out of its misery. I wonder if they scaled back their gaming laptops because they acquired Alienware, so there's no reason to do that. Chris, what's up, buddy? I'm doing gaming laptops today. Last week on this show, we did a comparison of PC builds and we looked at Alienware and Origin and these big PC like custom or the pre-order built systems, and then compared it to what you could build on your own and the price savings and things like that and the power. We did a challenge where we tried to build a computer for $1,000 and we came up with a pretty good option. Today we're doing laptops. I got a couple of questions this week about what's the best gaming laptop, something that's affordable. So now we're looking through all the vendors and we're making a spreadsheet of all the different comparisons and stuff. I think we might actually skip Dell here, because it's a little bit of a conflict to have done the Alienware laptops and then come look at the Dell ones when Dell owns Alienware. They're not going to have competition in terms of power there. We'll take a quick look at the Dell 15. What's this? G5 15 gaming. I'm assuming the 15 refers to the size of the screen. Yeah. So these XPS laptops don't even offer 17-inch screens. I'm guessing because Alienware does. So, oh yeah. Look at this. Customers interested in this deal also viewed, so you can see the Dell laptop. So they go 15, 15, 15, Alienware. Yeah, 15, 15, Alienware. Alienware 17. Yeah, so they're only going to go to the actual bad boy systems in the Alienware crew, and I think they're going to skip selling. Yeah, so we're going to skip Dell, because we did the Alienware site, and that should have been apparent from how the site looks, as well as the Dell symbol in the top left. I should have probably noticed that. Best gaming laptop is a conundrum. How do you even pick between a gimped video card and whatever the hell you get as a CPU? Price point. So the spreadsheet that I have, I linked it a little bit earlier, but you can see here I'm sort of concocting the spreadsheet where we look at all the different choices between graphics and processors, and then take the pass mark ratings for each, and then the price difference, and then kind of get a relative. You can get 20% more power for 30% more cost, and kind of come up with. You're right, it's tough, but we're kind of just getting some price points together where you can, things that are important for laptops. And then doing a bit of a comparison, putting it into a spreadsheet, and I'm going to put it on the Discord later for people that are interested in looking for a new laptop. Because I know some people buy laptops to stream and game on because their space is limited, which is kind of a bad excuse. You get micro towers, you get small towers, or they're traveling a lot. I have a gaming laptop because I used to travel a lot. I don't so much anymore. I might when the Google project starts. I'm going to travel to Mountain View, possibly France. But so I might need something a little more serious then. But this laptop used to take like once a month. I would travel for like a week. So that's why I would have it. Anyways, let's look at this Lenovo Legion. Now, this Legion brand, they were really pushing this hard at TwitchCon this year. For anyone that was there, you remember seeing their huge freaking booth. They shared a booth with a game called World of Tanks, which I'm sure is, yeah, I bet you this is the picture right here of World of Tanks. I've never played it, but they were really pushing these Legions. They had big test centers. You could try out all different laptops. I have no idea anything about these systems. So this is all kind of new for me. As a base, as we said for the Alienware laptops, we're looking for something that is at least 17-inch monitor, because you kind of have to start somewhere when you're picking these customizations out. So we're starting with 17-inch, and we're going to try and get over 60 megahertz refresh rates if we can. So these okay, so they're labeled Y somethings here, okay? The Y540 is coming spring 2019. You can see they're relatively new, these laptops. So this 740-17 looks okay. Then we have a 730-17. We might look at both. Let's see what the hell the difference is. So let's start filling out our spreadsheet here. Lenovo. The type is called Y740 in parentheses 17. So monitor is 17 at what? Let's see what kind of refresh rates we got. Features. Okay. Is it possible to customize this guy or no? So this all comes built. Okay. So with the Alienware system we saw, you could swap some things in and out. You could choose a faster speed RAM, something like that. This looks like it comes built in the box. That might be why they offer a couple different versions. Let me go to the tech specs then, and we can just skip right there. Okay, here we go. So this is going to come out pretty comparable, I think. Just looking at the processor already. i7-8750H is exactly the same processor as we just saw in that Alienware 17-inch laptop. I typed IT again because I'm an idiot. So i7-8750H. Okay. What do we got for display? We got a 17-inch, 144 hertz. That's what you're looking for. Okay, so that's a nice amount there. Let's go to monitor 17 at 144 hertz. Good. Okay. Up to 30. Wait, up to. Can you customize this? Hang on a second. Or does that mean it's expandable? And what does it come with the standards? I'm confused. Up to 32 gigs doesn't tell me what I'm buying. How the hell do you buy this thing? Notify me. Oh, coming soon. That would be a problem. Let's go back. Can we get the Y shop now? Ah, okay, that said learn more. This says shop now. Okay, I got it. So we'll switch this up and we're going to go Y730 at 17. Okay. Oh, 17. Good. This looks more like the Dell customization columns. You pay what we pay. Really? Okay. So they're offering what they are probably calling factory pricing. Somehow I highly doubt that. View or customize for starting at $1,000. Now that's already enticing. But obviously, I mean, we as a community here know a little better than that. Let's take a look at what the actual price will come out to be. So we want 17 inches. That's what we said. And we want something over 60 hertz, as was the requirement. So let's go to... Let's add this one to the cart and see if we can... Wait. Can I not customize it once it's in the cart? So you have 4 options. So I can customize the software on it. I can get a warranty. Software. I can get Norton antivirus. Hey, all right. Get some keyboards and things. Some dongles. All right, so that's not really any kind of customization at all. Okay, this is what we kind of thought when we came in. You pick one of these options. That's what you get. There's no customization beyond these columns. So this will be fine. Can I compare these? This is gonna do it for me. Ooh, okay, excellent. Well, in that case, let's go to the highest one. Ships in 3 to 4 weeks. Okay. Let's go with the, there's no differentiation except the part number. Should I add the part number? Let's add the part number. So this is the Y730, and this one is the 81HG 001. Okay, so that's the differentiating factor, is that 001. The other ones are 000. 001 puss. Okay. My display type 17 at what? 60 hertz. You can't get over 60 hertz on this guy. Wait, this says customize. Hang on a second. Let me get a quick look in here. Can we customize the monitor? Nope, they're only offering 60 hertz. Why did it say up to 144? Is that the next laptop coming out, maybe? I bet it is. I bet that's that the Y740 that we originally looked at. So this is going to be 17 inches at 60 hertz with a graphics card of what? A 1050 Ti. Woof. 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 1050 Ti. Let's go processor i7 8750, which is exactly what we saw in the Alienware laptop, A750H. RAM 16 gigabytes at what speed? 2066. So standard, they're a little faster than the standards on the Alienwares. Okay. What do we got for hard drives? We got this seems to be standard, the 256 SSD. That's not M2 though. Nope, that's standard. So SSD plus a 1 terabyte hard drive. Okay. AC adapter keyboard comes with a built-in camera. With turbo boost technology. That's hilarious. Can I not see the technical specifications of like the USB mounts and things like that? Like I'm buying a laptop without knowing anything about it. Like what is on the outside of this thing? How do you see that information? Features maybe. Oh, tech is probably down here. Yeah, here we go. Storage, okay. Look at the graphics, standard at 1050 Ti. You get what you pay for here. So what does it tell me? Width, depth, height. 0.86. So it's definitely the thinnest one we've seen. 0.86 inches. You can add that to the... what's the weight? 6.2 pounds. So significantly lighter than the other things we've seen. At 0.87? 0.86 inches high. Okay. Yeah, what do the ports look like? Okay, so we got 1C, we got 3 A's. You can add that. Okay, let's go 1C, 3A. Good. And then the HDMI out. RJ45 mini display port and HDMI out. Okay, so you got both. HDMI and then mini DP. That's good. Because you need a mini DP to big DP adapter, though, if you have the monitor. RJ45 in a lock slot. Okay. Okay. You got the audio jack. All right, let's take a look at the passmark. The only thing we're going to need to... so this is going to be the same, that i7 8750 is going to be the same passmark as this guy. So that's 11293. I'm sorry. That's the wrong one. That's the GPU. It's going to be 12458. Passmark for the CPU. And our GPU passmark for the 1050 Ti. It's probably not labeled like that. Yep. And 5982. Whoa, that's quite a bit of a decrease in power. Let's take a look at the price of this system right here. I want to add that to my cart, son, and we're going to add the highest quality one to the cart. $15,499. $15,499.99. Good God. Okay. So if you are following along on the spreadsheet, you feel free to let me know if you need the link, and I'll send it to you. But so how do you zoom in on Google? What is? I don't actually know how to do that. I can't zoom in like that. What the heck? Okay, well, whatever. But you can see here that it's $600 less than that Alienware 17. But man, the GPU pass mark that the Alienware had was 11,293. The GPU pass mark for this Y730 is 5,900. That's half. 50% less power on the GPU for not 50% the price. And you're not getting much else benefit out of it. Same processor, worse graphics card, same RAM, same SSD and HDD. Same roughly ports, thinner and lighter. That's about it. And a 60Hz monitor. This is not worth it. This is not worth it at all. What's up, Cake? How you doing? Do not buy this laptop is what I'm telling you right now. The price points do not make sense in terms of what you're getting back on that GPU, even with the same CPU, the same exact way you get the same benchmark out of it. This is 60% the price. And you're getting less than half the power. Pass. That's a hard pass. I'm betting that's why when we look at the general laptop area here, you see that laptop they're saying coming soon for that. I don't know how to control this thing. Is there gaming? Yeah. I'm assuming that's why they're saying here this 740 is coming soon, because that one's going to have the extra stuff in it. But right now they're getting their butts kicked by Alienware for sure, and I didn't actually expect Alienware to be the kings right now. We did leave out Asus so far. I'm just going to close down this tab because I'm not even looking at Lenovo anymore. Ugh. Pass. Let's go to Razer. Cake, tell me about the XLR. How was it? How is it? Go XLR. I believe I saw on your Instagram, or maybe it was Twitter, about it having arrived. I'm assuming you geeked out and the first thing you did was set it all up. I'm just assuming that. I'm also assuming that you were streaming. I realized that you may not have been streaming, you've just been working on setting stuff up. As we said previously, we're only going with 17-inch monitors. All I do is unbox it. I'll hook it up this week and play with it live on Saturday. Sweet. Okay. So we're going to go with that Razer 17. That's what we're going to do here, 17-inch monitor. If that's an option. Razer Blade Pro 17 is what we're looking at. Okay. So let me mark that down. Let's go to buy now. This is the Blade Pro 17, right? Blade Pro 17. Okay. Now, can we customize? You can a little bit, it looks like. Not really. Can I get some customization on the specs here? Is that not... They don't do that at Razer? Excuse me. There's no customization here, huh? They sell them as box units, and that's it. Wow. I guess I never really looked at Razer products before. I thought maybe you'd have some customization options like the other guys. Do you have a text sheet? Specs. Are the specs really in pictures? Okay. Blade Pro 17. So one with a full HD. Pipe it up. Pipe it up. Pipe it up. Pipe it up. Magruder, what's up? Yes, I was right. Did I see you have a Dogfish Head pint glass the other day? I do. It's my favorite pint glass. It's a little bit thicker. I got it as a present many years ago. I'm a fan of Dogfish Head, but actually only the 90-minute or the 120-minute. I actually do not like the taste of the 60-minute. I have not tried the 75-minute. I am aware it exists, but the 60-minute, I think either I had it so long or it just tastes so like plain to me. It's like drinking Goose Island IPA. I don't like the Goose Island IPA either. The 90-minute has a better taste to me than the 60-minute does. Not even necessarily that it's like strength or alcohol content or anything like that. It just has a better taste. We are looking at laptops today. I had a couple of viewers actually sent me messages in DM asking if I would take a look at gaming laptops and do our sort of price comparison that we did last week for desktops. Now we're looking at laptops because I'm actually interested too because I'm thinking about getting a new gaming laptop. So I'm actually making a spreadsheet. I'll post you guys the link. It will be in the Discord as well later on, which you can sort of follow along with the statistical points that we're looking at in comparison. Well, you know, I live near the main brewery and have been inside providing advice for equipment to help with the renovations. Oh, really? That's awesome. I have friends that do work in that area, and they go there for. I'm not sure if the main brewery is the same place as the restaurant, but I know where the restaurant is, and they love it there. They get to try all this stuff there. And the glass I'm drinking off now is Platform Brewing Company, which is in Ohio. It's in Cleveland. But yeah, Dogfish has been a staple as long as it's 90-minute or 120. Okay, so the Blade Pro looks like we're going to get options only on screen difference. I'm not seeing anything wildly different yet, but let's take a look. So we're going to go with the full HD instead of the 4K. 4K is really nice. It's going to look super pretty, but I'm betting we're going to want to stay at the FHD, keep the price down a little bit. If you want 4K, get an external monitor. So let's see what we got for monitors. Display. So we got 17 inches full. At what refresh rate is our question? 120 hertz. Okay. We are trying to keep it at least above 60. So we've looked at some that are 120, and also Alienware offers an option, the Area 51M, that will give you 144 megahertz refresh rate. Or hertz, not megahertz. The restaurant is in Rehoboth Beach, fun place. My friend from high school has a blues band that plays there often. Yeah, that's nice. We were looking at vacationing there actually, and we switched to a different spot in near Asbury Park instead. But yeah, that place is a good vacation spot. There's a lot of people I know that head down there. Processing. Let's see. We're gonna go with the left side here. So we're going with the i7. Huh. I didn't expect that for the top flight Razer product. The top flight Razer laptop offers up to an i7 7700. Really? Let me go back real quick. They don't offer an i9 option? Really? Wow. Yeah, they don't offer an i9 option. Okay. That's I actually am a little bit surprised by that. I thought maybe they would have like a high-end option, because I think Razer, I'm thinking, well, first of all, I'm thinking peripherals, but I'm also thinking RGB, but I'm also thinking gamers in mind, streamers as well. Why they would only offer up to an i7 7th gen? Yeah, Alienware has an i9 option. I'm not saying you would pick that option because it's probably cost prohibitive. We're trying to stay at a relatively average price for a laptop, trying to keep it affordable. But yeah, so we wouldn't necessarily pick the i9 9900, but I would like to see that option available. I mean, that's when you're being serious about gaming laptop. So this one is the i7 7700 HQ. I don't think I've heard of that. It must be laptop specific. Let's take a look at the RAM. 16 gigs at 2400. Okay. I still hate that they won't let you see the type of RAM. It's so irritating to me. Just tells you the speed. Like, is that HyperX? Is that Corsair Vengeance? I want to know the answers to these questions. You got a lot better performance out of the Corsair cards, or like G-Skills Ripjaws or something. What's in this box? Storage. Oh wow. Okay, so this is coming standard 256 M2. Hey, here we go. Now we're starting to have a little better product here. 256 gigabytes plus, and that's M2 plus 2 terabytes HD. That's a nice That's a nice standard set right there. I appreciate that. What do we got for USBs? Card reader, it's so kind of irrelevant to a lot of people unless you're a photographer or something or work for the government. Oh, this one's got a touchpad, guys. Okay, so this one has one USB-C, 3 Type A's. Looks like it. Okay. So 1 and 3, and it's got the HDMI. Does not say mini DP here, which the other laptops had. A little bit surprised by that. That's all right. Additional features: Razer Chroma keyboard. It gets built in for people that are obsessed with RGB. Let's see the weight. 6.78, a little bit less than the Alienware options, as we suspected before we started. And the max height, 0.88 inches. Not bad. Pretty slim. I like it. Crawfish play Pokemon, feeling nauseous and couldn't do it. Jeez. The run will be tomorrow in the glorious 10-degree weather. Jesus Christ, Cake, you're nuts. Too damn cold to walk out to my car. I don't know about running. Let's see. What are we missing here? We're missing something. Got a blank spot. That's the Passmark graphics. What are we doing? 1060 comes standard in this guy. Okay, let's see. 1060. Done. What do we got for price point between these two? I'd like to learn more about the full HD version. What do we got for pricing? $17.99. Okay. $17.99.99. Let's see what we're doing about the Passmark rating. So let's go. So the video Passmark 4. This is the GPU Passmark? Yes. Okay. And it was not customizable, so we couldn't choose anything. i7. Oh, I'm sorry. 1060. 9061 Passmark rating. 9061. And the CPU rating, let's go over here and we're going to look for the i7. I did IT again, didn't I? Yes, I did. i7 7700HQ. Okay. 8826 rating. The lowest we have seen so far. Oh my. Yeesh. Yeah, I feel like the air I breathe in would crystallize and puncture my lungs or something. Let's take a look now that we've slotted in this lap. No. Okay. Now that we've added this guy, Razer Blade Pro 17 is up on the spreadsheet. $1799.99 is what they're looking for price-wise. That's $200 more than that Lenovo guy we just saw. And you can see here, get a little bit of increase out of that GPU, about double the power of the Passmark benchmark rating for the GPU versus that Lenovo guy, and about a third less, a quarter less, 25% reduction in CPU power on that price point. Ugh. You do get a higher refresh rate monitor. That's pretty nice. Graphics are not that much better. A 1050 Ti versus the 1060, you get almost double the power, but it's not comparable to some of the stuff the Alienware was offering with their even their 17, the basics, the 17, not the Area 51M. Huh. Wow. Okay. So this row 3 and row 5 are relatively comparable here. So we got both 17-inch monitors, both 120 hertz. One has a 1070, one has a 1060. One has an i7-8750, one has an i7-7700. Roughly the same stuff. And actually, the Alienware has a higher clock speed for the RAM. Alienware is a little bit heavier. Alienware is going to give you 3,000, roughly a quarter extra performance on the GPU, and about a third, 30% extra performance on the CPU for $400. Now, I'm not a big proponent of Alienware, but so far with the guys we have on there, I'm looking at row 3 here as being the king. It's a little bit of an increase, $1,800 to $2,100, it's about $300 increase, but you're getting a 30, almost 40% increase in power between the two. Plus, it's light. No, it's a little heavier. Yeah, the king right now for me is at Alienware 17 at $2,100. Let's continue. Who do we have left? That was Alienware. That was Razer. Okay, I'm kind of surprised by Razer. Maybe disappointed. I expected more. Let's go to my boys. I was trying not to be biased. I was doing these guys last. Asus Republic of Gamers. That's the Asus ROG series of laptops. I have had an Asus ROG G751 for 5 years now, and it's a nice laptop. It's got a 970, 980 in it graphics card. Will play any game that exists right now. Does not get too hot. It's a little bit thick. It's a little bit heavy. 17-inch monitor. I bought it brand new, $1,800, and it came with pretty good stuff in it. I think it has 32 gigs of RAM. It has an i7-8700 in it. Pretty solid product for $18, which is right in that area of prices we're looking at. Let's see what happens when we go to a couple of these different options. We already said we're starting with 17 and up screens. We already said that. So we're going to eliminate a bunch of these laptops right away. We already said that we didn't already say what graphics card we're going for, actually. Can I say no to the 980? Let's slot in all these guys. We'll keep the 980 out for now. We have looked at let's not look at 6th gen. Let's take out the 6th gen. Let's look at 7th gen and up in terms of processors. That narrows it down quite a bit. Okay. I think we got most of them in here. Let's see, what else can we do? We can add in some extra stuff. We could just take a look through this. Okay. So, what are the options we have? We have the ROG Strix, and we have the Zephyrus, which I imagine would be the case. This Asus ROG, when it's like the GX or the GL, that's the version that I have right now. I have the G751. That's in that line, that succession. The Strix was the newer laptop that they sort of redesigned how things look. They made it a lot slimmer. If you take a look at this style here, you can see, so you see that thickness. What the hell is that thing on the back? Cooling unit? Overclocking system. Get the hell out of here. So the thickness of this laptop, that's about what I have right now. That's the same style. If you go take a look at the ROG Strix, then you have a little bit of a different style. It's a little thinner. You can see it's completely changed. This looks more like a Lenovo in this case. Thin, lightweight. That's what they were going for here on this one. I haven't really spent a lot of time looking at the Zephyrus, even though it's on my wish list. But this kept that Strix style, that thin laptop style. You can see here the huge area for the speakers is pretty interesting. Does it come with a freaking webcam? A separate webcam? This is just nuts. What is this other laptop? This mothership? This touchscreen? Wow. Detachable keyboards? Oh, so you can slide it into your home base and then take it to go. I'm guessing. I haven't looked at all, but I'm guessing that's going to be cost prohibitive. That's a lot of unique and interesting usability things. Man, that looks pretty neat. It's like a tablet with an add-on keyboard. And they're saying you get a 2080 in this guy. If this comes with an i9, we're going to take a look at this guy too. Then we're going to take a look at that guy. Okay, so we're going to add these to a comparison list. We go with a Strix, Scar 2, and we'll see what we can do in terms of customization. Let's compare now. We'll make our list. Asus ROG. That's the name of the computers we're looking at right now. The spreadsheet is being updated on the side as we chat and look through these tech lists. Okay, let's start with, are they going to compare prices at the bottom? And then I'm probably going to do that, huh? I could probably bring them up on the side here. Let's see. We go to the Strix site. Okay. So let's say, let's just go to each individually because I want to spoil it. Let's go with the Scar 2. This is what this one's called. Strix. I'm sorry, Sticks. What is it? Strix. Scar 2. Let's see what we got. Tech specs, give it to me. I want the 17-inch. Oh, you can get an RTX 20 or a GTX 10. Can I get a 1080? 1060. Maybe we should look at the 1060 to be close on price points. Let's do that. So for this one, we're going to do 17-inch at, kind of refresh, right? Are we talking about here? Display 1440 is an option. How do you customize? Can I do that? How do you buy this stuff? I'd like to buy, please. What do you... What's happening? Is there no buy now option or anything? Gallery support? There's no bounce Taiwan. Excellence. How do you buy this if I would like to purchase it? Is there no button on the side? I gotta scroll all the way down for the click to buy button? What is this? There's no reseller click? There's no... This is the weirdest thing ever. How would I go about buying this, sir? This is so weird. Shouldn't that be the first click you see on a website? Should be buy now or add to cart. Support maybe. Is this for real? How do I buy this? Help me. P? What is this? Craziness. This is madness. How do I buy this? Gaming series. It's gonna take you back to the same website. This is crazy, right? Like I'm not the only one that's super confused right now. How is it that I can't buy these? Asus laptop series, gaming series. What in the shit? I am so confused right now. How is the very, very first link not buy this here? Availability. Asus store. Here we go. Here we are. Okay. Laptops. I want a I don't know what the hell these names are. Do I really have to do this kind of compare and contrast and go back and forth between this shit? Because this is a little nuts. This is so freaking weird. This is so weird, dude. ROG Strix Scar 2. That's the one I want. What is like the serial number so I can look this up? What the hell is going on? How can I not find what I'm looking for right now? When I go to that Strix site, why does it not tell me the brand type and have a click to buy button on it? How in God's name? Wait, let me go to the textbook. GL504GV. Do I really need to do that? 703. What the fuck is happening? What is happening? This is the store? Oh, here we go. Okay. 504. So I want this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Is this for real? Is this actually happening? Is that for Strix Scar Edition GL703? Maybe we should just stay on this site. 504. This is what we're just looking at. Okay. Here's something. Here we go. Add-on items. Nope, I want technical specifications, please. Man, why would they do this on their website? This is unbelievable. Finally, we're at the spot where I can look at specs and price at the same time. So I'm assuming you can't customize this like you could for some of the other laptops. So we're going to take down this information. Scar Strix 2. This is the GL504GS. Okay, perfect. 1700. Nope, this is 15 inches. You gotta be kidding me. I can't hone this down. 17 inch. 703 Strix Scar. Let's go there. I had so much problem finding what I wanted in terms of laptop specs in my life. 17 inches, 120. Okay, let's go back. Oh, take that down. Okay. So 17 at 120 hertz. And then the processor is an i7-8750. Does that sound familiar? It should, because we looked at most of those today. 750H. This is for the Strix Scar 2. Okay. RAM. 16 gigabyte DDR4. No information on clock speed. That's not great. SSD. So we got a M2 drive and a terabyte. Okay. 256 gigabyte plus 1 terabyte. USBs, we got 4 Type A's, 1 Type C. 1/4. And then we have a HDMI and a mini display. Okay. And a mini DP. Weight. 6.5. Wow, that might be the lightest we've seen. 6.5 pounds by 0.9 inches. Pretty good. Pretty nice. Graphics. 1060. Okay. So we've seen the 1060. That's at 9061 benchmark. That's good. And the 8750H was at 12458. And the price point here for the Strix, $15.99. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, wow. Asus ROG Strix Scar 2. Let's compare. 1060 was the Razer just above this one. This has a better CPU. Yep. A 30% better CPU. This is 9061. The exact same GPU. Same setup for hard drives. 1 extra Type A USB. It's got the mini DP and it's lighter. And it cost $200 less. Better performance, better hardware, $200 less. That's already. This might be a top contender right here. Wow. That's a good deal, man. That is the Scar, the Strix Scar. Let's take a look at what do we do when we go to the Zephyrus. I would like to see a Zephyrus with 17-inch monitor. Is that goddamn possible? Is that possible? You're not going to give me that? What's the RTX laptop? What's that do? Strix Scar 2, Strix Scar 2, Zephyrus Ultra Slim. ROG Strix. Zephyrus 17 inches. Wow, that's expensive. Whoa. That's quite a lot of dollar bills. This one can be added to the cart. We can take a look at this guy. This one's got the 2080 in it. Oh my god. Can you customize this guy or you gotta buy him like it is? Is there other pages? Oh, there is other pages. Nope. 1 page. Holy god. That is expensive. Let me take a look at it back here at this Zephyrus. Can we get a tech spec on this guy? Is this telling us the same information? Oh, there's a couple different options. Okay. Still going the same processor across the board. That i7-8750 is really popular. Okay. So here's the 2080. You can also get it in the 2070 or a 2060. And there, again, there is no buy link. Why would they do that? Why would they do this? I don't... Can I type in someplace this this brand right here? This G... I'm comparing the two here. 2070 might be nice. Let me see about this guy. GX701GW. Let's go look at their store. No related items, really. They only have one here that you can buy. So you can't even buy this stuff yet? Nice. So Zephyrus you can't even buy yet. Is that right? Yeah, I really can't buy that if I wanted to. Like, huh? Zephyrus, oh, the G, okay, GX531. Try that guy. I gotta go through their crazy ass hoops to get to their store. 531. 15 inches or 15 inches. I want 17-inch monitor. So GX531 is a no-go. Is there another version, or that's it? We said we were going to set the standard at 17 inches, so we're not going to get that one. 701. Oh, we just went in reverse, didn't we? Am I going to come back out 701? Yep. How many are there in between? About 6? Yep. Well. Alright, let me see if I can buy that mothership thing. What? I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. Hang on a second. If I go to Amazon, can I just find the freaking Zephyrus with 17-inch monitor? I'm going to be pissed off if I can just do this the whole time. I don't know why I didn't do this from the beginning. 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. Yeah, Zephyrus doesn't come with 17. Okay, just the Strix with the big monitor then. Okay, so let's go back. Let's try that mothership. Is that thing available? ROG mothership. Zephyrus M. I guess not. Not yet. It's not on Amazon, which kind of is sold. Everyone sells that thing. So mothership not available. If I click on the there's no price really. I can't. This is nowhere. I don't get it, man. I don't know why this is not a lot easier to buy this stuff. I'm a little upset about this. We're gonna check out that other series of laptop. By the way, I saw that G705. It looked like might be an option there. Here's the Zephyrus, and it says both times with the display's only 15 inches. Yep. Okay. Eliminated. What was it? Zephyrus M Strix Scar. There was one that was like 15, 17 Strix Scar. Yeah, 703. This is the next version of laptop I have right now. This might be something. 17-inch monitor, 1440. Let's see what this guy does. This is the Asus ROG. This is the G703GS. And we'll go check out the price point for this as well when we're done. This is the 17-inch at, it's actually 1400 hertz. Or, I'm sorry, 144 hertz. Graphics, 1070. Processor, i7-8750, of course. H. Okay. RAM, probably 16 gigs DDR4, just like before. And the SSD, I'm guessing, is the same. Storage is just 1 terabyte SSD. USBs, we got 1C, 4. I'm sorry, 2C, 4A. Nice. It's kind of convenient. And then we have HDMI and a mini. And then wait, this is going to be significantly thicker because this is the upgrade of the monitor that or the one that I have now. So this is going to be pretty heavy. 10.4 pounds is the heaviest of the laptops we looked at so far. Keep that in mind. And then the height is 2 inches, which is the thickest of the laptops we looked at so far. Let's see the pass mark. This is for graphics, and we're doing a 1070. That's 11293, I believe. Yep, 11293. And then CPU, same thing as we have a bar. That's 12, 4 of 8. Okay, and let's see the price. $2,199. Temporary sold out. Guarantee you can find it on Amazon. $2,199.99. So, if we add in this guy, the G703GS, $2,199. That's comparable, close to the Alienware 17-inch monitor, or the 17-inch laptop, $100 more. But that was at 17 at 120 hertz. This is at 144 hertz, a little higher quality monitor. Both 1070s, both these processors, 16 gigs, same. This has a doesn't have an M2, but has a full 1 terabyte SSD. A lot of extra USB Type A's. 2 of them actually. Heavier. Same exact GPU, same exact CPU. You're paying $100 more to have a higher refresh rate monitor here, and some extra USBs. That's really interesting. That's not necessarily worth it. Interesting. Well, that's not bad. Okay, I really can't believe that Zephyrus doesn't come in 17-inch monitor. That shit is cray. Mothership does, but I can't buy it anywhere? Rethink the design, detachable stuff, stand tall, breathe deeper, take the latest hardware to the next level. Got a GPU series display. All this text specs could turn to high res. Okay. Is there no information about where to buy it? There's nothing on here about that. Okay. 2018. There is no information on where to buy this, really. Really? That can't be true. I can't find this anywhere. There's the Asus. Let me see. This is price high to low. I'm sure it's gonna be the highest. Here's the 7 Ultra Slim Zephyrus at 15 inches. Scar Slim. Nothing about that mothership. So you just can't buy it yet. Damn it. So it looks like the Zephyrus product is pretty new. And this new guy, this mothership coming out, is going to be the newest, hottest thing. That is nowhere on this sheet. Unless it's for some reason, can I just type it in the main thing? No? Okay. Well, alright. The spreadsheet I'll make available on the website, aka Discord, shortly. Where'd that go? But so far, I mean, price-wise, that Strix Scar looks pretty good to me. 17 inches at 120 hertz. A 1060. It's got a comparable GPU ranking to the G703 that we just looked at. It's got the same processor CPU-wise. It's thinner. It's lighter. And it's like $600 less. I think that's the winner in terms of gaming laptops. Alienware stuff is really nice, but pretty expensive. That top guy, that Area 51M, man, that had some crazy shit. That's the one you could upgrade to like an i9 9900K or something like that. That's a crazy ass laptop. And by the way, these are just 6 options, configurable options for laptops we looked at. You can find any number of different companies that sell laptops with different customizable options. You can find tons of this stuff. But this is a decent start to comparing prices and past mark benchmarks and things, so you can find out if you're getting ripped off or not. Let's go back to the chat show. I said we're going to end a little early today. We're going to end it pretty soon. I wanted to... So I mainly wanted to talk today about gaming laptops, which just finished up. Did a little comparison sheet. If you guys have any suggestions for other laptops that you've seen and you're wondering about where do they fit in terms of our sheet here, send me their part number. I'll look them up and I'll add them to the sheet. We'll keep the sheet like a running total of prices over time, and maybe have it handy for anyone that's looking to do a build, looking to do a new laptop upgrade, something like that. And then and we could just keep the sheet going over time. It'll become a useful tool for our community. Let me get that shareable link again and we'll add that. Tomorrow is no show. This evening I need to do a little bit of setting up for the Friday show. On Friday, 5-year anniversary show. It's going to be big. Watch the Twitter. There's going to be information on there about giveaways, about tomorrow there's going to be a new image where you can decode a binary code that's on the image. Take that image, send me the code, free points for you for the giveaway on Friday. There's a lot of cool stuff coming. You take a look at the picture I just posted.